using this piece of gold cord, so I'd like you to hold on to that for a moment. Now, over here I've got all 12 star signs printed on these pieces of plastic. Now yours is amongst them, but I don't know which one it is. There are no marks on the back, so I couldn't tell what he's printed on the other side. And if you hold them up to the light, you can't see through them either. Like really, so I'll mix them up so they're in no particular order. Then I'm going to hold them up like this. When you see your star sign, I want you to take it out. Yes. I won't look in case you think I can see through them. Go all the way through. Until you see your star sign and then just take it away. Okay, you got it? I'll mix these up again. Do you know the latest star signs?
No.
You better show them.
Oh, look.
I'm not even going to look through these either, otherwise I could work it out. Process of elimination. Too easy.
That's what I thought.
Now, they've all got holes in, including the one you've got there. Yeah? Okay. So what I'd like you to do is pop yours back on the top so the holes line up, and I'll cover yours with all the rest of them. So now yours is somewhere in the middle, isn't it?
It should be.
Yeah, it's not there, is it? No, and it's not on the top either. No. So it's got to be somewhere in between. I'll mix them up. You're probably wondering why you're holding on to a piece of gold cord.
Still got it.
What I'd like you to do is take one end of that gold cord and just thread it through that hole. That will lock all of them together.
Okay.
Okay? Brilliant.
Right.
Hold tight to the cord. Concentrate on your star sign.
Okay.
Are you concentrating?
I'm concentrating.
Pull.
Pull it?
Yeah.
Out.
Both of them together. Pull. Yes. Now you've got 11, but I've got 1, which mysteriously came right the way off without any slits.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be amazing if it was your star sign?
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Thank you. Who's going to be the victim? I mean the volunteer. Okay, you can be. Yeah, come on. Okay.
Me apparently.
Yes. And your name?
Kate.
Kate. Okay, Kate. What I'd like you to do is just check through those, make sure that they are all different, and when you've done that, give them a shuffle.
Okay. So I just got to check them.
Yeah. That's enough.
Okay. Well, I'm not very good at this.
That's lovely. Now can you put them back into the same order you started?
Yep.
Brilliant.
There you go.
Helps me out now. So what I'd like you to do is just touch your card somewhere in the middle. That one there?
Yep.
Okay, I don't want you to look at it yet, just hold it with your finger and thumb and remember that image of me holding 2 halves of the pack and you're holding just 1 card.
Okay.
So remember that image. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. Now you can look at the card, but don't let me see it. Let's show everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
And when you've done that, place it back exactly where it came from. And I'll cover the card, well, your cards with all the rest. So the cards are in exactly the same position as after you had shuffled the cards. Now, you know I said we were going to go on a time-travelling journey. Yeah, we're going to go back in time, but rather a long while ago.
Change a few things as well.
We're going to go back in time to when I was a child, which was rather a long while ago really, but back to when I was learning to do card tricks and learning to play a few card games. I used to shuffle the cards as well, but not as well as you just did, believe it or not. You see, when I was a child, I used to shuffle the cards a little bit like this. Now, it's not very good when you shuffle cards like this, because some cards are face up and some cards are face down. Now, I thought it was a good way when I was a child, but it isn't, is it really? Because it's a right mess. And it comes in handy when you're playing a card game now, because you can deal all the face-up cards to your opponent and you can see what they've got. Comes in handy when you cheat. So you can see we've got a right mess. We've got face-up cards, face-down cards, more face-up cards, more face-up cards, more face-down cards. There's even some cards which are, if I can find an example, of cards which are face-to-face. So it is a right on mess. Now, just as a matter of interest, was that your card?
No.
It wasn't your card?
No.
Oh. Could you just hold on to it for a moment then?
Yeah.
Now, you know I said we're going to go back in time.
Yeah.
Watch. We go back in time to when all of the cards were facing the right way. And I was holding on to 2 halves of the pack. and you were holding on to one card.
Yep.
What card were you holding on to originally?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Is that not cheating?
No.
The 7 of spades.
Really?
Yeah.
Have we gone back in time?
Oh my god!
There's 7 of spades.
How? It's magic!
Of course it is.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you.